What's up, guys? It's Jocelyn with Tern Overland, and I'm here with the Overland Uncharted gang. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves. Go for it.
I'm Jen.
I'm Kurt.
I'm Lucas. I'm Logan.
And we travel full-time on the road.
Awesome. So you guys travel full-time on the road in not just any rig. Can you share with me a little bit about your rig and how you landed on choosing that?
Sure. Yeah, we started off in a van in a Ram ProMaster, and now we're in a Ram 5500 with a Cummins. We've done the super single conversion on it, and we put a 14-foot box on the back that we built out in a couple of months, actually right around the corner in Prescott.
Close by.
Yeah.
And we've been in this rig now. We call it Macho. You'll see why when you see it. We've been in it for almost 3 years, and we were in the van for a year. So coming soon, it'll be our 4-year anniversary.
And you guys took the leap to travel and live full-time on the road as a family of 4. So what went into making that decision? I know it's a big question.
The short answer is we just decided to start putting more emphasis on our relationships with each other and the experiences that we had and the memories that we made rather than the things that we owned or the money that we made. We had a beautiful piece of property in East Tennessee, 12 acres, overlooked a lake. We had chickens and we raised goats. We bred livestock guardian dogs. I had a garden, grew my own food. We had honeybees. Like, we thought it was our forever home, but the stresses of the normal 9 to 5 really kind of tore us apart. We drifted. We needed work. Didn't feel like we were able to parent our kids the way that we wanted to. They're only young once, and we wanted to be present while they are young and have a little bit more influence over them as they're growing up. And so I'd say in 2019, we took a cross-country trip to the Four Corners State, spent 2 weeks out here, saw things that we never saw, felt things that we never felt, and I just feel like that was the spark that got us really dreaming about wanting to travel full-time. By the end of that trip, we were talking about getting a van. By the end of that year, we bought the van, and then it took us a year to build it out, and we hit the road in January of 2021. So,
And the rest is history.
the rest is history. Have no regrets. It's been the best thing we've ever done.
That's what I was gonna ask, like how your life has changed since you made that decision. I'm sure a lot has changed.
Yeah, we might say different things. I'm curious. You go first on that.
How's it changed? We have a lot more time for each other, which is great, and that was the whole principle of doing it, right? To quit working so hard for things and work less and spend more time with the family. And I think we've grown together well. I think we work really good as a team, and some of the things that we needed to work on, we've worked on, and we've made big strides forward, and I don't see us ending anytime soon. We love it, and for us it's the perfect way to live.
Yeah, I'll echo a lot of that. And I will say, just personally for me, I feel like as an individual, I've really grown to be more in tune with myself and more in tune with others. I feel like the societal way of living, I was numb to a lot of things. I was numb to how I felt. I was numb to my body. I was kind of just numb to people in general. And this has really opened up a whole new world for me. And I've been able to de-stress, I feel like. My nervous system is not on fritz anymore. You know, it's taken a couple years to unravel all that, but it's given me a lot of joy back. And the fact that I'm here with the people I love the most, I don't ever take a day for granted, even on the hard days. You know, we've had some really high highs and we've had some really low lows, and all of it makes every bit of it worth it. You know, the good days the bad days make the good days worth it.
Right.
And even for those bad days, I'm grateful, because otherwise, you know, without them, you don't always know how good things can actually really be.
Yeah, that contrast really helps to put things into perspective.
Yeah.
So I know that you guys put a lot of work into creating this space. You had a lot of experience with the van and probably learned what worked, what didn't. So what are some of your favorite things about this current rig?
Having full drive is nice.
Yeah.
The shower inside, we didn't care too much about showering outside. The boys really hated it. So like breeze, cold, being chilly.
Chilly.
So they like showering inside. And it's just enough room for us. It's a 5-year plan, so we're 3 years into it. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. So you gotta start, we're starting now. I think we may just get like an extra car, like a CRV or a RAV4, so we can park it and we can move around, and then the boys can maybe transition, maybe not camp in it, but just have another space that they could utilize, maybe build out some parts of it, maybe put a rooftop tent or something on it down the road. But I think that's kind of where we're leaning, because the rig just is so perfect for us. I just keep coming back to it, and why build something else unless we just do something totally different, like get a sailboat or something like that.
Totally pivot.
Totally different.
I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah. Boys,
Sailboat.
Sailboat? You want to sail?
what's your favorite part about the rig, boys?
I'm not sure.
You just like it all?
What about you?
The bunk beds.
Bunk beds are pretty
The
fun.
bunk beds.
Yeah.
There was some brainstorming when we were figuring out a floor plan, but it's actually kind of a neat thing from our van when we built it out. We actually took the kitchen galley and the bench seating area, and we basically took that floor plan and just put it right back into Macho, just a little bit bigger and wider, because it worked so well for us. And then, of course, the sleeping arrangements. The boys have bunks and we sleep on the bottom.
The bench is the same too, and the kitchen.
That's what I said.
Yeah, they're both the
So, yeah.
same design.
Figured out what worked for you.
Yeah, because
And-
everything we had fit in there in a proper place, because we took a year to design everything, so that really worked out.
So I would say, for me, what I like the most about our rig is the space that we have inside. I can stand up and reach my arms up and not even touch the ceiling. So that meant that my pantry got really big.
Yeah.
All of our food storage, we have 2 fridges now. So we can really stretch it and be off grid for probably, close to 2.5 weeks if we really planned accordingly, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because as the primary cook, that's to feed everybody, It's nice to have the extra space for stuff.
Totally. So you guys do have quite a few Tern products in your rig.
We do.
What's been your experience with Tern products, and how do you like them? Because you repeatedly use them as full-time users.
Absolutely. We use them every day. So when we were building Macho, I was really worried that because it is a box, we weren't going to have enough light, and I felt like I was going to be trapped, because coming from vans, camper vans, you've got that big sliding door, and you basically, you let the outside in. So that was one thing I was a little worried about when we were building, that it wasn't going to feel open enough to me. But the window, we've got 3 windows and we've got 2 doors, and all of that lets in so much light. I was actually really blown away. So I don't ever feel like I'm actually, being cornered in and the walls are closing in on me, which is great. I love the fact that the windows have the blackout and the screen shade option. We spent all summer last year in Alaska, where there's 24/7 daylight. So having that blackout feature on the windows, and we have the blackout shades for the doors, was a lifesaver. Without that, we wouldn't have slept. It would have been so difficult. Not only that, but sometimes when we're in kind of populated areas where there's a lot of street lights or whatnot, or people like parking lots, unfortunately, we do have to spend some nights in parking lots. We can put those shades up and have all our lights on, and outside you would never know. So.
And the door too, right? You have the shades for the door as well.
I mentioned that.
Yeah, so.
That, and I also, Alaska, so Alaska's bear country, and the screen doors, one of the things that really sold us on the screen doors was being able to leave the big door open and have the screen still shut with it triple locked, and the screen's bear proof, right? So that was one thing, because we often find ourselves in the wilderness off grid, and obviously bears, like we were just in the Tetons and Yellowstone for a month and a half, and we don't have to worry about. We never had an encounter, thank goodness, but we don't have to worry about it because they're bear proof, which is great.
Right. You don't want critters getting in.
Or people. So that's the other thing I will say too, is with the triple hinges, it gives me peace of mind because I tend to go to the worst case scenario sometimes, but having the triple bolts there definitely gives us peace of mind. We can lock it when we're not by the truck and have that peace of mind that nobody's going to break in.
It's an important feature.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's other doors on the market. We've seen our fair share, and they're not nearly as well made. They're kind of janky.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So where can people find you guys?
You can find us on Instagram.
Facebook and YouTube.
Oh,
There we go. We got our promoter here. What's your
Instagram.
Instagram account? Your handle? Do you know?
Overland Uncharted.
you can
Overland.
find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Overland Uncharted.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having
having
us.
Safe travels.
Thank you.